It's the Adam and Val YouTube channel with Maxo Kinda Funny Vlogger, yet again assisting us in cooking. This is a packet of shortbread. We're going to be making shortbread. Not any old shortbread, Adam's wife's shortbread recipe. Let's have a look at the ingredients. So in there, we've got 225 grams of plain flour, sifted and mixed with 110 grams of cornflour. Remember, Adam's wife's recipe. And in there, we've got 225 grams of butter and 110 grams of caster sugar. She advises to get golden caster sugar if you can. I couldn't, so it's just normal caster sugar. Maxo is now going to have a go at creaming these together until they're pale, yellow and fluffy. And then that all gets mixed in together to make a ball of dough. Let's see how we get on. Right, so there's Max creaming the butter and the sugar until it gets nice and pale and fluffy with an hand mixer. We haven't got a paddle mixer and one of them big paddle mixers with a bowl. We've had to do it like this. If you've got one of them, it'd be better. So I think that's quite pale and fluffy. So the old corn flour and the flour, which has been mixed up, is now going in. Careful, Max. Do it quicker than that. Just put it in one. That's it. Make sure it don't go over the floor. Go on, get it all in. That's it. Brilliant. Now we've got to mix all this around without a machine into a ball of dough. It'll go quite breadcrumby. So he's mixing it up well, the boy. Keep going. Still mixing, but it's getting more and more like breadcrumbs. I think I'm going to have to go hands in and see if we can get it into some sort of bally, crumbly dough. Exactly as Adam's wife's described it.
How do we know?
We can only try. Right, so we're going hands in to try and get this into a dough because it's gone breadcrumby. And Adam's wife said it should be a crumbly dough. Now, if this is too crumbly to roll out, I don't really know what we're going to do. I'm trying to get it into a ball. Join us in a bit when we'll see if it has become a ball. We've got a ball. It's turned into a ball of dough. This recipe's foolproof. So the ball is now being rolled out. Oh, it's a bit broken off. It's not as flimsy as pastry is. And the thickness we're getting to, if you look over here, we've got two £2 coins. We're looking for just sort of like in between 1 and 2 £1 coin thicknesses, but I ain't got any £1 coins. So we will roll this out and then we'll show you cutting some shapes. And I don't mean dance moves. So we've got the thickness what I want. At the end of the day, as Mrs. Adams says, there's no rules with this really. You get it as thick as you want it. It's your biscuits at the end of the day. This is just sort of between 1 and £2 coin thickness. Probably not the same all over because I'm not an expert roller. You can cut them to anything you want. We've got 3 sizes there. Max, we're going to use the middle one. Yeah, pull the middle one up and we'll start cutting some shapes. So just push down up in the corner here. Push down one. Then move along, do another. And if you've got any fancy shape cutters, I think Mrs. Adam had a Love Art one. We will get these cut, put on these ready prepared baking sheets and we'll show you them before they go in the oven. Doing a good job there, Max. So we've ended up with 24 almost identical biscuits. And Mrs. Adam, her name's Kerry, I shouldn't keep saying Mrs. Adam. Kerry said sprinkle them with a little bit of sugar. I've sprinkled a little bit of the old caster sugar over it. Don't ask me why I've put little fork marks in it. I've seen them do it on the telly. I just thought, oh, maybe I'll do that. Now these ain't like cookies. I don't think they're going to spread when they cook. And there's no rule with the timing and the temperature of the oven. We're going to try 180 on a fan for about 10 minutes till they're golden brown and like shortbread. And like I say, that's 24 biscuits there. Max has still got a little bit of dough to play with.
It's a bit ripped.
To a few little, for a few little extra ones that he's whipped anyway. But that's a lot of dough for a lot of biscuits. Let's see how they come out. So there we go. It's about 15 minutes later. I think 180 was about right. We've put a little bit of sugar over the top of them at the end as well, just a slight dusting. Any tips? I will say they look quite crumbly, which isn't a fault with the recipe. It's probably my mixing. But also, I would say yes, definitely, as Max just said, I think they're probably a bit too thin. So next time I will do them thicker, if there is a next time. And here's the small little ones that Max made at the very end. They've gone a little bit overcooked, so definitely too thin. That's the only thing I would change. Personally, I would roll them out a little bit thicker. Maybe cook them for a tad longer as well. But we're going to have a little taste test. We're going to get set up, cool them down and have a little taste test. Baked and cooled biscuits. There they are in a massive pile. We are now going to taste test Kerry's biscuits. There's a load of biscuits there. Go on, take one. We're going to taste them, see how crumbly and nice they are. They're probably going to go all over the floor.
Aha.
Well, it's all nice and warm. It tastes like a biscuit.
It tastes like a shortbread.
Well, from the expert who loves shortbread, his exact words, it tastes like a shortbread. I still think we've made them too thin. However, we learn from our mistakes. This recipe's superb. Thank you, Kerry. See you next time. Superb. It's the Adam and Val YouTube channel. Start again.